environment and urban development about 25 years ago? And have things changed over the last 25 years, or are they still the same?
Thank you. Since I have worked for the government side also and involved with urban development to some extent, especially for the industrial development of Manesar, what was there earlier was chap chalta hai. Things have changed because of technology, of requirement by the government, realization by the builders themselves as to what is required, what is happening, and people travel all over the world, Singapore and other places, which give an example both of water treatment, sewer treatment, how you can recycle the water, how you can have efficient use of energy, and so on and so forth. Now, in 91, when I was in the government, we actually had no policy or hardly any policy. People were allowed to develop. And Gurgaon was only a small village, Hatman. This is about 82. Nobody was moving there to set up economic activity. And since I was involved with the industry, the evolvement happened, the initiative happened with the government to begin with. That as to how we need to develop Gurgaon and how do we have sustainable facilities available for industry. I mean, that's how it started. And then the urban development took place, where the initiative was by the private sector, and the government followed later on. Actually, it should have been other way around. But then it was a self-propelled growth, both of the industry as well as realization by the builders that there is a need for housing and there has to be a, this city is going to become economically vibrant, being next to Delhi. When the builders started, they started looking at Gurgaon to begin with, is in a way that it will provide sustenance for the industry and also people to move out of Delhi. Now, the challenges are two. One is the existing cities which are like Delhi, which are already there, and you need to redevelop or redesign and replan. As far as new cities like Gurgaon, Noida, Greater Noida, they had their own advantages, where one could look at that how you can deploy the new technology, how you can look at this environmental aspect as well as urban requirement. And if you look from 82 onwards till today, the Gurgaon, Noida and Greater Noida have transformed themselves into a world-class cities. And somebody was mentioning to me other day is that it looks like New York. The buildings, the quality of buildings, the eco-friendly buildings which are being done. In fact, I am also part of the builder. We have transformed. And similarly, my other colleagues who are doing building in this NCR region, if you see the quality of building, if you see the water, they are efficiently utilizing. And government already came out with why not put certain conditions for, and which we have welcomed. Wherever the government has come forward with some of the environmental aspects to deal with, for example, construction of water should be done only through sewerage treatment. So this transformation has happened for the good. And I think more realization has come, more technology has come, and we'll utilize more technology to make it more sustainable and more eco-friendly, use of more solar, and use of more wind wherever possible, though North region does not have wind much too, but new technologies are coming up where we could use. But cities like Delhi, or the old cities which are already there, they require, sir, your inputs more, because the redevelopment plan is the key. Whether we want Delhi to be very high rise or whether we like Delhi to be what it was expected, that the peripheral up to 100 kilometers of NCR region where they could move out. But Delhi could be low rise, so that it provides an eco-friendly city. I'll take that.
Thank you very much, Tripathi ji. Now, Mr. Mantri and Mr. Bandelkar, who are both from Mumbai, I have a very interesting question for all of you. Mumbai having such a high density of population and all the space limitations and height issues, construction challenges, infrastructure challenges, How are you balancing the environment with the urban development? Because Mumbai people itself have big concerns about this. So how are you as responsible developers addressing this issue?
See, let me share developer's perspective. I think this environment law has created a complete chaos in our industry. Let me share why. Prima facie, nobody will agree, and I'm sorry those who like the environment, I'm talking something against of them. The environment NOC is a standard procedural NOC. I think if you see all the NOCs across India, 90% terms condition are same. In spite of that, each and every building proposal, whether a residential building of 20,000 square meter or above, why the environment ministry want to clear the file case by case? That's the first question. Second, what I simply understand, the environment was created, or the department was the environment was created to take care of polluting industries, river belt and common areas, water bodies. I think they have actually gone beyond their limit and they are trying to regulate each and every building. Now, when the building proposal goes to the environment ministry for the clearance, first of all, it is taking anything between 1 to 3 year time. Across India, 5,000 proposals are pending worth 100 billion. Now, you take a national loss. The officers are sitting on the file for a year, 2 year, 3 year, and how much money the developer is losing. In simple manner, 20 to 25% project cost is added. End of the day, what you get? A cyclo-style standard NOC. If you want those norms to be followed, why not you delegate the planning authority who is much more equipped to check these regulations, and we will follow them, no problem. We have a sewage treatment plant, water treatment plant, rainwater harvesting and so on. I think you put another 10 condition. Instead of they are putting presently 50, you add 10 more. I don't have a problem. Now, couple of cases, they are asking question, how so much density, how you created 5-floor podium, and so many things. Means sometimes they go on beyond the DC regulation, beyond the scope of the planning authority, which has approved the building plan. Indirectly, Dr. Krishna sir, it is indirect encroachment on the urban development department by the environment ministry. I think they really don't care. They say what the municipal authority understand, we understand better than them. I don't know, because it's a big question. So we need to somehow, because my simple submission to you or the urban development ministry is that when the master plan of a particular area is approved, they consult environment ministry also. Suggestion, objection, public at large, hearing is taken, and then the master plan is being published. Now, why you want to clear each and every project? I think we need to take a rational view, because the quantum of the loss, 5,000 proposal, in Mumbai city alone, 700 to 800 files are pending, waiting for clearance, 1 to 3 year queue. So I think something we need to do on a top priority.